I woke up this morning ready to attack the new year on day 1 of 365 days of 2025. Happy New Year! My name is Cliff Brooks and thank you for coming to my channel. I don't know if you guys are going to want to hear what I'm saying or if this is just going to be me rambling for the next 365 days, but I'm sure I'm going to say a lot of things that are worth listening to over this time. So go ahead and like and subscribe and let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. Stick around. It's going to be a year worth of growth, recovery, and just becoming the very best man that I can be and trying to bring as many of you along with me. So I'd spent weeks mapping out 2025, building plans, visualizing what the next 12 months would look like. I was excited by the idea of stepping into a new version of myself. But life doesn't give a damn about your plans. When I reached down this morning when I woke up to throw the blanket off, it's a 30-pound weighted blanket, and I tried to jump out of bed. I felt this searing pain that ripped through my body. My arm felt weak as fuck, and it reminded me that things aren't going to go as planned. In that moment, reality hit me hard. At least half of what I'd mapped out for 2025 relied on having full use of my arm, my workouts, my own physical progress, even my business plan. Gone. Poof. Just like that. And I laid back in bed and I let the tears flow. Not from the pain, but make no mistake, it hurt like hell. But from the realization that so much of what I'd built was useless to me. Now, there's going to be some of you guys that are going to call me names because I was crying about what I was going through. You are just repressed and don't have access to your emotions, and that's going to stunt your growth. I have been working my ass off to be a better me. That requires going to therapy. That requires me reading books, being parts of masterminds, all kinds of things. I've done more personal growth and development than most men on this planet. And because I cried about not being able to use all the hard work that I put in, that's why so many men eat bullets these days, because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. And when it becomes time for you to deal with them, you stuff them down, you repress them, you drink them away, you smoke them away, you fuck them away, and then you explode all over somebody and you bleed on people that didn't cut you. Learn to deal with your shit. This is something that it's a you problem, not a me problem. See, for 35 years, I'm 46 years old, but for 35 years, my identity has been tied to building myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. My strength, my discipline, that's who I've been. And now my own body has fucking humbled me. It's forcing me to redo everything. So I guess you're wondering what happened to me. The way that I ended 2024 was not a way that I was expecting to ring in 2025. So at the beginning of the month, I got sick. COVID, whatever was going around, I was laid up in bed for 10 days. The only thing that I did was I tried to eat, which I couldn't do very much of. I went to the bathroom and got up to walk my dog. That was it. Back to bed, 10 days straight. Once I got out of bed, then for the next week, I was feeling pretty terrible. Still wasn't able to do much. But then after that, I kind of healed up, and then I decided I was going to start going back to the gym because I hadn't been in almost 3 weeks. So I go to the gym and I start working out, and I tore my bicep. If you've ever torn your bicep, you know just how painful this is. If you haven't, I recommend that you don't. What ended up happening was I was working out. I got a phone call from a client, took the client call, came back. And then when I started using the preacher curl again, my elbow slipped. One of two things happened. Somebody used it when I was gone and they didn't wipe it off and there was sweat that was still on it and my elbow slipped on it, or they wiped it off and it was still wet from the disinfectant that they used and my elbow slipped. Either way, I lost control of the weight and I tore my bicep. So last year, I had moments that felt like losses, big losses. But looking back, they weren't losses. They were lessons, hard lessons. Life doesn't break you, it educates you. And this morning was just another class in the School of Hard Knocks. Last year, I leaned into God and asked Him to help me to grow into a better man. And when you ask God to set your life on a better path, He doesn't always place you on an easy road. When you ask for patience, He gives you situations that demand patience. When you ask for strength, He drops you into circumstances that force you to grow stronger. This morning reminded me that the growth I prayed for is going to shake me to my core. It's going to strip away the old parts of me that can't go where I want to go. My arm, it's not something I can change. The pain, it's not something I can avoid. As I sit here and I'm going through this story over again, I just realized something. My plans for 2025, they aren't exactly useless. They're just on pause. The goals I set for myself are still my goals. I just need a new way to get to them. To become the man that I desire to be, I will have issues that I've never dealt with before arise in my life. That is the cost of leveling up. Today, I'm making a choice. I can't fix yesterday. I can't make my arm heal faster, but I can focus on one thing, being a better man than I was yesterday. And if I can win today and then win tomorrow and keep winning the day after day, and keep that same mindset going, I'll wake up on January 1st, 2026, a completely different man, a stronger man. And that starts right now. So go ahead and like and follow, and come back and let me know what you think about the topics I'm going to discuss. I'm going to challenge you a lot in these videos, and it might trigger some of you, but you got to ask yourself, the reason is, why did that trigger you? Because the places that trigger us are places we need to heal. If you weren't needing to heal in that area of your life, you would just hear what I said and brush it off like, hey, you got an opinion. It's not the same opinion as me. So looking forward to a year of growth, and I'll see you guys in the next video.